Hi, everyone. So today when I sat down to do my work, I was picking up an energy of some kind of a communication that's coming in. Um, it feels as though it's an improvement in communication. So if there's someone who has not been in communication, or it's not been honest communication, or you feel like you're not getting the whole story, or if it's just bad communication and a lack of expression, I do get the sense that there is some kind of an upgrade going on in someone's relationship. I think this feels like it's going to be a love reading, but we're going to find out. Because I'm also really picking up on someone's heart chakra as well. So first, let's see what stones we get. So we ended up with the smoky quartz, the clear quartz, and the sodalite. So with the smoky quartz, this tells me that someone has gone through an enormous change, an irreversible change, some kind of a spiritual upgrade. Maybe they went through a dark night of the soul and they've come out the other side. And especially with the clear quartz, the clear quartz is giving an energy that they went through this, and it's kind of giving the all clear that they can now pass on to the next level of whatever their spiritual existence is, or even with their life, or perhaps their love life in this case. And the sodalite is really giving me this feeling again of like a completion of a cycle. So maybe there is someone here who had a soul tie with someone and they've completed it, because I am seeing there's a massive transformation, a fresh start, and the end of a cycle are the feelings that are coming off of these stones. But let's cast them and see what we get. So the smoky quartz is attempting to leave, but it's still on the mat. So what that really tells me is that this right here, this transformation that you or perhaps your person is going through, is really what is the most current energy at this moment, that this is what's going on right now. So your person may be going through a dark night of the soul. You might be going through a dark night of the soul. We'll figure it out as we go. But then the clear quartz landed right on July. So I realized that July is a little further off than perhaps any one of you really was anticipating. But it does seem as though that's when your fresh start is going to come in, is in July. And I realize that's over a half a year away. But you really can't start over with a fresh start or complete a cycle until you have gone through these massive changes. And as long as it's sitting here at the edge of the mat, it means that part is not complete yet. And then falling right over December is the end of the cycle. So I do feel that that's your good news, is that December is kind of right around the corner here. It's just in a couple of months. And that may be when you close out this soul connection, or close out the soul tie, or complete the contract, or perhaps even level up with the person that you are in this contract with, so that you can have a fresh start in July. So that's what the stones are telling me so far. Let's see if we can get the cards to confirm any of what we have already seen. So I am intending this to be a love reading, a romantic reading. But if there is another situation in your life that it feels like it's fitting, then go ahead and make it make sense for you. But I am getting the feeling that whoever's reading this is for, that this is a love reading, someone that you are in a deep transformation with, and also perhaps going through some kind of a soul contract that you could be wrapping up here in the next couple of months. I also get the sense that this has been going on for a while. For some of you, this loop, this karmic loop, or whatever this soul contract is that you're in, may have been going on for years now. But let's see what we get. So we have the Queen of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Tower. So when I was saying earlier that someone here with this smoky quartz is going through a deep transformation, with these cards, it seems as though it's your person, because you are viewing your person as going through a massive tower. So something may have happened recently, either in your relationship or in their life, where they may be experiencing some karma based on some decisions that they made in the past. So I really do feel that smoky quartz, that transformation, all of that belongs to your person, that they are really going through it right now. Perhaps they're dark night of the soul, or perhaps they're just in the thick of it right now. And we'll get a little deeper into if they're having any insights, but so far that's what we know. But your person is seeing you as the Queen of Cups. So it tells me that they really think that you are their person, and that you've been extremely patient with your love. But I do get the sense that with the Page of Cups here, that you may be thinking that the love that you have between the two of you is what is keeping you together. Maybe through all of your person's mistakes or whatever it is that has them going through this karma. I do get the sense that the love that's keeping you together, though, being a Page of Cups, it may be a little too late, or perhaps just the love you have between each other and the communication of love between the two of you is what's keeping you together during this really difficult time. With the Emperor showing up here at the bottom, it makes me feel as though your person sort of knows that you are in charge of this situation. Like your person is really looking at you to call the shots here. Because I think they realize that every single milestone that this relationship has gone through was because of you and your advice and your wisdom and your love and your patience and your compassion. So I do get the sense that there is a sense of realization there with them that you have been the one, even through all of this turmoil that they're going through. And with the Magician after that, it feels as though you're both manifesting this. You both want this. There is love there. That's very clear with the Page of Cups. There is definitely love there, and you both want this. But you both realize that it's going to take a lot, and it's almost like you have to start over from scratch. So if you have been together for years, because I sense some of these connections are that long, it's almost as though you would have to tear down the tower and start over from scratch with the Magician. But it feels like you're on the same page with that part, at least. And then with the Strength here coming in with the Tower, for the way that you see your person, I think that Strength showing up here, I think that's why you've been so patient with your person, because I think that you know that perhaps they are trying or they have tried, and that the universe is providing them with the strength to overcome it. This could be an ego death with the Strength and the Tower coming together. So your person could really be going through it. But I think that perhaps because you know there's so much love, that you're willing to give your person a chance to see how they come out of the other side of this. So we were saying they're going through a deep transformation that perhaps you're waiting to see if once they go through their karma, if they're able to learn lessons or not, or at that point you might make a decision to kind of take the relationship in a different direction. So, but then we have the Page of Pentacles, the World, and the Seven of Pentacles. So the World energy is giving me the exact same kind of feeling that I had with the Sodalite, that this is a completion of a cycle. And you're both very much aware of it. This is going to be a 9-card spread. So this World is right in the dead center of this reading. And that really tells me that you're both very fully aware of the fact that this relationship could be everything from a spiritual standpoint. It could really be the thing that puts the two of you squarely on your north nodes or in your spiritual enlightenments, your spiritual paths. Or this relationship could really just end up just coming to a screeching halt because your person hasn't been able to get through their karma. So I do kind of feel like that's the energy that's coming from that, which was, like I said, very similar to what I was getting from the stones. I think that your person is trying. I do. I think your person is trying really hard. I think sometimes with karma, they don't have a choice though. And I think that you are feeling like you may be close to the end of your rope here. is really what I'm getting with this Seven of Pentacles. That you're saying, okay, I've been patient, I've been compassionate, I'm biding my time, I'm waiting for my person, I'm distracting myself with other things. But is my person really putting in enough effort? Are they really putting in enough effort? So with the Five of Swords showing up there, I sort of think the answer might be no. I sort of think that your person might still be really challenged with communication or being straightforward or the way that they approach the situation. And that may be why they're going through their karma. But if they continue to try to dodge it with the Five of Swords, I mean, you can't dodge karma. In fact, it only gets worse if you ignore karma. So I think that maybe what's happening here is that their karma may be increasing. And you may be noticing that they're not really putting in the concerted effort that you would have hoped they would have at this point in the relationship. So, but with the World coming in with the Three of Cups, it does give me the sense, though, that like you both really want this. And that may be exactly the reason and the only reason why you are still here. Because you can sense that this person may be playing games a little bit. You can sense that this person isn't really putting in all the effort that they should be. Maybe they're leaning on you a little bit too hard because you're in this Emperor energy, that you are in charge, and maybe you've always been in charge and they're relying on that. But there is a very strong sense, a very spiritual sense here. Perhaps spirit guides are involved. There's a real sense here that there is a contract here, a very strong love contract that exists between the two of you. And with the King of Cups falling here, yes, this does tell me exactly that the reason you have been so patient, the reason that you've stuck it out with this Seven of Pentacles, watching paint dry as far as this relationship goes and the changes that should be happening in this relationship, the King of Cups showing up here just tells me just how much love you have for this person. And it also tells me, I believe that you have grown and become a lot wiser because of this connection too. And that may have been part of that soul contract, that you were meant to learn that from this person, which may be why by December, as the Sodalite told us, that may be why in, did I say September? I meant December. So that may be why when the Sodalite showed up on December, that you are getting ready to wrap this up, whether your person catches up or not. Your ties are being cut with this person one way or the other. You would like to come together with this Three of Cups here, but if you don't, it just wasn't meant for you if your person is not going to do the work. So then we have the Five of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. So yeah, your person is really combative. Do you feel that your person sort of picks fights on purpose, or is ready to argue, or there may even be a slight sense of competition here? I don't love this energy. I don't love it. And it's got you all in your head with the Eight of Swords here. But I think that you're hearing the calling. I think you're hearing it, that you realize that this could potentially not be your person. And because this, with the Page of Pentacles showing up with the Five of Swords, it's like they're really putting their effort and time into the wrong things. It's like the lessons of the Tower and the Strength aren't really sticking, is the way that that's showing up here. So, and then with the Three of Wands, yeah, it's like your person's not really taking any action. They're just maybe starting a fight or being competitive and then watching to see what's going to happen. They're not, it doesn't look as though there's a lot of action being taken here towards trying to solve anything. And again, I think they're looking at you to do that, that they just almost, there's an expectation here of that. With the Nine of Pentacles falling here, the nines are a very independent number. And with it falling here, I think that there's that maybe going on here too, that's what's keeping you guys apart, is that you both just feel a very strong sense of independence. And that's coming in with another nine, the Nine of Wands, which helps to make my point that there's you both really want to be independent. So maybe why your person is not trying as hard as they perhaps could be, because maybe they just really want to be independent and not have to do. I mean, this is a lot of work. Karmic soul ties and facing your karma and learning your karmic lessons and upgrading spiritually, those are all really hard things to do. It requires a lot of work, which you have obviously put in here with the Emperor. But your person may or may not be ready to learn those things and grow with you. So your clear quartz here that's coming in July, your fresh start, that it looks like it's definitely going to be here by July. It looks as though perhaps you'll be making that fresh start on your own, according to this current energy. And then your 8 of Swords are coming in with the 7 of Swords. And I think you're realizing that with that call that you're having to make, the call that you're hearing, you're being called probably on an analytical level or a thinking mind level. You're being called away from this relationship. But with the 7 of Swords, I think you realize that that is going to require some discipline on your part, because I think it's going to be hard, because we had all these cups show up. We had the Page of Cups, the Magician, the World card, the 3 of Cups, the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups. There's so much love between you two that I think walking away from this person is really going to require a lot of discipline. And you're going to, in this situation, I really think that you kind of have to use your head over your heart. And I don't usually say that. In fact, I rarely say that, but I do feel it in this case. So that's the energy that's coming from the tarot. And it does sort of match what we had with the stones, with the fresh start, completing the cycle with the world, and then with the smoky quartz and the tower. This does feel like the smoky quartz fell at the edge of the mat, and it does feel like your person it's like everyone's watching and waiting to see what your person's going to do. Are they going to pass this test? Are they going to learn this lesson? Are they going to complete this cycle? And according to the current energy that they're in right now, it doesn't look likely, unfortunately. But I also felt someone's heart chakra when I sat down. So let's look at the chakras, or some chakras of you and your person, and just see if we can figure out who that was, if anyone, and what perhaps can be done about that. Maybe how it could help your person. But I was also getting a strong feeling of communication. So let's see what comes out. So we have the solar plexus with I will, and then we have the throat chakra with inhibition. So there is that communication I was feeling. Your throat chakra is blocked. And I don't think you're really being very clear with this person about what you need from them. That's what that's telling me. With the solar plexus showing up on your person's side with I will, it's this feeling that it's almost a disconnected feeling, in the sense that they really want this too, and that they are willing to do whatever it is that you ask them to, or to fix this. So that's why I think that you being able to clear out your throat chakra is really going to be paramount to this, and just being extraordinarily clear with what you need in this relationship, and make sure that there is no margin for them to be confused about what you need or what you require. As the Emperor and the Queen of Cups, these are the things that you require. And then at least you'll have your answer. You'll know if your person did that or not. And then you can make a really clear decision on whether you're going to bounce out of this relationship or not. So let's get a couple of channeled messages for you and your person here too. These are messages from your ancestors that I channel before the readings, and I just kind of get down what comes to me. So we have obsessed on their side, and we have problem on your side. So, and stand still, which is exactly where we are right now. Everybody, like I said, we're all watching and waiting to see what your person is going to do in this situation. It does look as though this person may be more concerned about pleasing you, perhaps, than in actually getting to the heart of the problem, and perhaps even recognizing that they are the problem, which might be why I said earlier with the Tower and Strength that this almost feels like an ego death. That until your person goes through some kind of an ego death and realizes that they are part of this problem, if not all of the problem, then their problems are never going to are never going to cease to exist. They're never going to go away. And that's why we have problems showing up on your side, that you realize that there is a problem, but perhaps they don't. Perhaps they're focused on the wrong things. They might still be playing games to get back into your energy, but they're not doing the work they need to do in order to make this a beneficial relationship for you, for both of you. So let's pull a couple of love messages just to close this out, just to get a couple more clues. But I think we have a pretty good handle on this situation, wouldn't you say? So let's see. So for your person, we have grounding, stability and security, performance, growth, and endurance. So there is no question that your person's had some growth. I mean, through all this and through karmas and through karmic soul ties, there is always some grounding and always some growth. You can't avoid it. But what I'm seeing from this that is potentially part of the problem that they're bringing is that I believe they're relying too heavily on you, the Emperor, to bring them their stability and security. That there's almost like this feeling of a codependency coming off of this, that they're really relying on you to almost take care of them and show them the way, and that their grounding is kind of false. And their will is kind of false, because strength is showing up with the Tower, and the strength is your solar plexus. So I do feel like this energy that they're in just feels kind of false, which is probably why they're showing up with this 5 of Swords. And then on your side, you have Paradise with happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, and honeymoon phase. So what that tells me is it confirms all of the love you have for this person. And these are the things, of course, that you either once had with this person or want with this person. And it also tells me that you're ready for this. You have done all the lessons. You've gone through the cycles. You have paid the piper, so to speak. You've lived through your karma and whatever that was having to do with this soul tie. So you're ready for something. You're ready for happiness and joy. You're ready for playfulness. I think the question is now whether or not it's going to be with this person while we wait and see what they're going to do with their transformation. Are they going to do it or not? Are they going to listen to their karmic lessons, or are they going to continue to play games? And as I said, we're all just going to sit back and watch and see. So what I would like to do, I would like to help you kind of clear out your throat chakra so that you can really speak very clearly, very uninhibited about what it is that you need and what you require. So at least you can say you gave your person a fair shot, because it may be all they needed was to hear exactly what it is that you need, and they'll be more than happy to do it. But either way, you'll know. Either way, you will have your answer. So in the description and in the comments, I'm going to link a video for a throat chakra Reiki healing. And you can use it anytime you want. It'll just be sitting there waiting for you. Just click on it and listen to it anytime you want. But also, I'd like to find a page in the Raise Your Vibe in 5 book. I'm going to find a page for the throat chakra. So I flipped to this page, and it's interesting. I may have flipped to this for a reason. In fact, I know I did. But this is a page for the throat chakra. But the exercise I flipped to on this particular day says anger equals fear. Sometimes it helps to remember that. So if someone in this situation was recently angry, if your person got really angry about something, or lost their temper about something, it might help you to remember that your person is just in a state of fear. And of course, with them showing up with the Tower card, yeah, they probably are in some kind of state of fear. So when you are talking to them and trying to be very clear about what it is you want, maybe keep that in mind too, that they're just scared and that the more you could help them, the better. So that is the reading. So please let me know if this was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.